Welcome to Rangers Radio on the Matchday show, the world's one and only unique live phone-in show for Rangers supporters all over the world. Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Rangers Radio. It's AK. You've been lumbered with the day as a host, a late sub for Oxford, but been joined by Albert today. How are you, pal?
I'm great, mate. I'm up for it. I'm a beautiful day. I'm up for it, mate.
It's match day. It's a big game. Is the battle fever on, pal?
Definitely, mate. Definitely. This is what it's all about, isn't it? Games like this, days like this. So let's go on, mate. Let's see what happens.
It's a winner-take-all match, Albert. It's opportunities are there, isn't it? I mean, realise the opportunity you've got, fill that jersey and go out there and put on a performance to get the Bears the 3 points a day. Anyway, I believe we've got a team. A few big surprises and to talk about. Have you got it there, Albert? Give everybody the team.
Here we go. It's Butland, Tavernier, Suter, Davis, Barisic, Lundstrom, Dimonde, Lawrence, Sterling, Silver, and Dessers. Substitutes: McCorry, Ridvan, Cantwell, Dibble, Scott Wright, Roof, King, Raskin, and McCausland.
Thoughts?
It's the team. Is it the team he would have picked if he had his full squad available? Probably not. But that's the team. That's the team, mate. So that's it. We just got to go. We just got to get on with it. Nothing else for it, mate. I'm quite confident we'll put a good show, get a result. I'm no changing my mind, mate. It's one of the things. You live for these games. These players' careers are all about these games. So they want to play in these big games. Well, they should want to play these big games. So it's excellent, mate. This is where we want to get to. So bring it on. Could we have had a stronger team? Of course we could have. But the manager's gone with that selection, and that will do me.
I actually quite like the bench better than I do the team.
At least the players on the bench act like come on and do something, mate. So it's not that bad. It's not. As I say, it's not the first selection if everybody was available. But it's good enough. It's definitely good enough.
Well, it's what we've got to go with. The manager's decided on it. He's obviously decided in his game plan. As you say, it's no ideal. I think fully fit certain players would have found themselves in the team, but we just need to go with it. But we can't roll the white flag up now before a ball's been kicked. That's just no.
Oh, that's not happening.
Yeah,
That's not happening. That's not happening. So it's a game of football. Anything can happen in a game of football. So I'm confident this team can do it. I'm confident the manager's got it right. And time will tell. Let's go on, man. Let's see what happens. What do you think of the team? The team's it is what it is, isn't it?
Aye, we'll pretty much share the same thoughts as yourself. But I believe Fox has got an interview with the manager with his initial thoughts. So it'd be nice to hear for the gaffer.
Yep.
It's a long time ago that there was this rivalry at the end of the season in that way as now. So that's a really good thing that there's back this competition between the two teams, and we can do something amazing tomorrow. With winning there, you can close this gap of 7 points. That was really big a few months ago, and we're looking forward to that.
Is that your message to the players heading into this one of how far they've come in the last few months and to really go and push themselves to one?
Yeah, they need to push themselves, and we need a hard fight. It's going to be without fans. It's going to be in a hostile environment, but they need to embrace that. They need to love that, because the more they will shout, the more they are afraid of us. And it's about that. So we want to make the stadium silent with our football, and that is we can do on the pitch.
How has training been this week? It's obviously been a full week almost from that Kilmarnock game.
No, training's been good. It's been sharp. players trained well. We miss still the players, so there were nobody coming back this week. So we will see towards next week if we can get some players back or not, or towards the cup final. So in that way, it was the same group that played last week and get the result against Kilmarnock. We need to take confidence out of that also, because we've been from the 3rd of December the only team to beat Kilmarnock in the league. So it's also a big thing, and we did it 3 times. So yeah, we can go with confidence, but of course we know we need to show our best level to get the points, but we're really hungry for that, and we want to give our fans something special. So coming back with these 3 points can be a major thing this season.
Yeah, how do you assess where your players are at physically and mentally heading into such a big fixture?
Physically they're good. Of course you want to have a full squad, but it's not the case. But for months they've been doing that, and we know what work to do towards next season to avoid situations like that. So no, we need to continue what they've been doing, and with this extra hunger and desire for the end of the season to do something special.
What will be key in the performance tomorrow, do you feel?
To be switched on all the time, to grab your moments. You have less moments to create chances than in the normal league games, but it will be the same for Celtic. In that way, it's more a game like on the European level, those kind of games, and they will be decided in small margins, and we need to push the margins to our side.
It's not too long ago since that 3-3 draw at Ibrox. Is there anything you can take from that, or are these fixtures so unique that they...
No, every game is unique, for sure. And that was really the worst scenario that you can have, to get this free goal against after 22 seconds. So, of course, it's a cliche to say we want to start the game better. Yeah, clearly. But it was also not a plan to start that way. The good thing of that game was that even with a 0-2, it was also an unlucky handball, that we came back and we kept on fighting, and that's what we need to do again. And of course, I want the scenario that we can score the first goal or the first 2 goals, but then we need to keep also the 3 points.
In terms of the fixture, the build-up around the city, the media, how do you deal with that?
No, it's good. It's exciting. It's sometimes funny also. So I get much more middle fingers on the road when I drive with my car now this week than other weeks. But it's part of the game. It's part of the passion that people have here for their club. I don't mind that.
Yeah, do you enjoy the challenge, I guess, as a manager, these kinds of fixtures and the 2 best teams coming up against each other?
No, of course I enjoy that, and I know there's nothing so nice as being a player yourself, to be on that pitch in those moments. I really love that as a player, and the more support there was, or the more people booed you, the better I felt on a pitch. So I know I'm lucky that I can do the job that is closest to being a player, but not being a player. But that's maybe a good thing for Rangers also, that I'm not on the pitch tomorrow. Otherwise we would have much less chance to get the 3 points.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Excellent, thanks for that, Fox. The manager's remaining optimistic anyway, Albert. He's got to be, we've backed ourselves into a corner, and we've got to go out there and get everything. What's your thoughts?
That's that. I mean, we all backed ourselves into a corner. It's our making this corner. I mean, they didn't do much to get us into the corner. We put ourselves in it. And we need to get ourselves back out of it. And it's possible. It is possible, mate. Because what I've been hearing and seeing is this is a formality for them. It's just, and they're treating it like a formality. But we'll see. We'll see what the formality looks like, because I'm fully confident that if Rangers turn up and play, they can win the game, no bother. It's just as simple as that, mate. So, as you said earlier on, you don't know what team's going to turn up, but if they do turn up, and he's already pointed out himself, this is the team that it's available to him. It's purely as a selection. Is it the team that he would have picked? Probably not, but that's neither here nor there. It is the team, mate. So we just got to bite the bullet and go on, mate.
Aye, definitely. Well, it's last chance saloon. We all admit that, but we're still in the saloon. to be throwing me punches, you know. So hey, it's 90 minutes. It's 11 against 11. Obviously, the early goal, the first goal is massive in these games, and unfortunately we've been losing them. So I think we need to stand firm, you know, and we're going to go into the cauldron of hate. So the players should be prepared for that. They know what to expect. Getting that first goal, or keeping it even 0-0 for as long as possible. They'll get nervous. That crowd will get nervous, and it could work against them. But
they've got every advantage, mate. They've got every advantage, and if they can't do it with all the advantages they've got, or something seriously wrong with them, no, isn't it? We're getting into this situation with practically no advantage in our favour, none whatsoever. Well, that's fine. That's fine. We're used to this. We'll just get on with it. Bite down on a bullet and get on with it. That's as simple as that. You've just got to. There's nothing else to do about it. You can greet and moan about your injuries and moan about this, that, and the next thing, but it doesn't make any difference, mate. It is what it is. We're here. We're at this situation. So, as far as I'm concerned, show the character and go on with the game. It's as simple as that. And if we get the first goal, we'll shut them up. I will definitely shut them up. Get the second goal, and they'll definitely go tonto. They will go tonto. And I don't think they'll go tonto on us. I think they'll go tonto on them. So let's see. Aye. Let's see what happens.
Anyway, just see the Celtic team there for anybody that's interested in that, but I'll read it out anyway. They've got Joe Hart in goal, back four, Taylor, Scales, Carter Vickers, Johnson. They've got Hattati, McGregor, O'Reilly, Maeda, Kyogo, and Forrest up front. It's a pretty predictable lineup for them. We knew what we were going to be facing. So hey, it's there. It's ahead. It's up to the players now. You know, it's just leave everything out in the park. Have no regrets about it, and just let's go for it. You never know. Sport is a funny old game.
It is, mate. There's nothing you can say about sport that is unpredictable. It should be unpredictable. We want it to be unpredictable because that's what makes it interesting. If it's predictable, mate, it's boring. It's absolutely boring. It's got to be this way, that you don't know what's going to happen. I know that mob across there would like it to be predictable, that they just win everything and they challenge and is put up against them. They would like that. But it's not the fact of life. The fact of life is sport is built to be unpredictable. That's what makes it exciting. But anyway, we're going up there. No much advantage to us. Backs to the wall. That's when we're dangerous. That's when we can be dangerous, mate.
It's set up for a no surrender. That's what it looks like to me. But this is a phone-in show, people. So it'd be great to hear from all the Bears. But we've been joined by JM this morning. He's up bright and early out his bed. How are you this morning, JM?
Morning, guys. How are we doing? All right? Yeah, excited. I'm looking forward to it. I think we'll do something. How about you?
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. I'm up for it as well, mate. Am I nervous? Not really. I don't really get nervous with these games. And I think the players should be the same. Nice, calm, collective. Get switched on. Keep you focused. Don't get involved in some nonsense. And I think we can come away with a result here today.
I think they've done the job for us for taking the nerves away, to be honest, because apparently, we're not going to win this game, are we? So why should you be nervous if you've been told what's going to happen already? Do you know what I mean? I think they've done a job for us to take the nerves away. We can just go out and play because no one's given us a chance.
Well, they've also wrote our team talk as well. Brenda's wrote the team talk, so aye, they're just super confident, mate. Super confident. To the degree it's sickening now. It's bordering on just cheek, absolute cheek, mate. It's no right. It's just no right. Nobody should be that confident of winning a football game, because there's always the unknown. There's always the unpredictability, as I keep saying.
Are you surprised about the change? Campbell for Lawrence?
Maybe, mate. Maybe you never know what's going through the manager. I don't think it's either or for me with the two of them. I think one's as good as the other. It's whether they've got the legs. That's my concern about Lawrence. Just these legs. I don't know if he's got the legs for this type of game.
You think it's definitely going to be Lawrence in that 10? No chance of maybe asking Lawrence just to do sort of a right midfield job to keep it tight and maybe push Diamande up one to get Sterling in the middle? Or I don't think it will. That's more out of hope, but maybe there's the odd chance they might put Big Dijon there in the middle. Maybe, and maybe that's his thinking because Cantwell's flopped on the right a couple of times, hasn't he?
Oh, well, he is, mate. Aye, but me personally, I'd push Lawrence forward. No back. I would put him forward and then bring Sterling right in the midfield and make the midfield three: Diamande, Lundstrom, and Sterling. That's what I would do. I mean, the guys were talking about last night in the show, and that's to me that's good. And match them up man for man. You've got to win your personal battle, so you just say to them, everybody pick a player, whoever you're picking, that's who you need to dominate. And it's as simple as that, mate.
Jim, I would like to see the guys face up. See, rather than go the 4-2-3, we can alternate it. We can go 4-5-1, or we can go. I was thinking 4-3-2-1, with Lundstrom, Diamande, and Sterling facing up to McGregor, O'Reilly, and Hatate. Just so they're not getting time and space on the ball to manipulate moves up front for Kyogo or Forrester. That if we can have Silva, ball retention is vital in this game. We can't be giving away cheap balls. We can't be switching off at set plays or that. So if we can get Silva and Lawrence involved in the game to feed Dessers has got to stick. Anytime the boys going up front, it's got to stick to allow our midfield to come into the game and join them. But I think essentially we've got to be solid the first 10, 15, 20 minutes of the game. And that's where the game seems to be won and lost a wee bit over the course of the last few years.
Yeah, it has to do. I think you're right. The only way to kind of maybe make sure of doing that is maybe just matching up. They typically play a 4-3-3. I mean, if you're being honest, it isn't much of a change from what we play, is it? Just telling your number, not having a number 10 and like tweaking the midfield slightly, because what you can see from the game in Ibrox, and to be honest, the shape all season, especially in the Old Firm games, is we sometimes play the game and there's nobody in the middle third, the middle, if you like, 40 yards, 30 yards of the pitch. And that's where Callum McGregor stands, isn't it? And he's a decent player. So if you give him 30 yards of space, most footballers are going to be good, aren't they? So
you're right.
He is a good player if you give him that sort of space. But let's get, if it's Big Dijon up him or whoever it is, do the Scott Arfield job that he used to do on Scott Brown. Just follow him and don't let him get out.
I'll lay one on them early, but we've enjoyed with James for Tennessee, lads. So welcome to the show, James.
Yeah, how are you all?
Morning. Battle fever's on for us, James.
Right. Okay, what I was going to say is, like Barisic has been found wanting in these games. This is a time where if they press and he can't get, it's dangerous. Just launch the ball up the field. And it's the same with Tavernier. Let's not get caught on the press, because they will press and get up to Dessers and Silva. And it's time for these guys, to, if they are leaving, to go strong. Like any football game is winnable. And sometimes Rangers supporters think, we're not. I think we can win this. I go into all games winnable. So they've got to have the mentality today to know they can win this game. And they're not nothing great. But they've just got to show a lot of fight, as the manager says, and determination. Like Allbear, if Allbear was in the team and you, Alex, you would be out there trying your best. In fact, if the two of you played today, you might do better than some of them. But anyway.
If I was playing today, mate, there's a few of them green and white or grey and white hoops getting launched right out of our stands, I'm telling you. there is no way if they win this game, they're walking off no think they've been in a game. They're definitely going to be in a game.
Get your stuff ready and get down to Parkhead.
I'm with you, mate. I think I'm not more than confident, but I'm confident enough we can actually get a result here today. Absolutely, mate. As long as we start the game strongly.
Yeah, we've got to start it strongly and that's the same with any of the defenders. If it's dicey, launch it, get up to their part, and they can deal with it, because this is where we'll catch them. We'll take 3 or 4 of their attackers that's pressing us out, and sometimes a long ball, especially in that hostile atmosphere.
It's an all or nothing game. The gaffer compared it to going into the Coliseum, the Lions Den. So we need 11 gladiators out there, JM, and leave everything out there. You never know if we can turn that around. Carry on.
100%. I think James is spot on, isn't he, about this short ball out, and with it being, if you like, it's going to be quick. They are dying for us. First goal kick. They'll be dying for us to take it short, build the pressure, maybe get a deflected corner or a throw in the corner or something. We put ourselves under pressure. I think Butler mentioned it in his interview yesterday that they press hard and we've got to learn from it. I didn't think we learned from it quick enough in the game at Ibrox, especially into the wind. When we were playing and we couldn't get out, and we found they couldn't get out in the second half. So, like James says, there is nothing wrong with turning the ball and getting it 80 yards down the pitch, because, well, not many teams can score from there, can they? So let's just try and play the odds, be a bit sensible, and just try and get ourselves into one of these games. Can't remember the last time we got into one of these games after 15 minutes.
I know. Well, it's all about looking at previous results. It doesn't make pretty reading, but we can't deny that. But under Gerrard, we did have success in matching up with him, the 4-3-3. So if we can do that, we can.
I'll take what Gerrard said. Gerrard used to say when he get pressed with the media all the time, when they say the Lions Den, they're not actually lions, are they? Come on, they're not got. It's not this life-threatening situation. It's not a lion you're fighting. It's just ordinary men and an ordinary support. There's nothing to fear, and that's what he used to say to the media. And he says to his players, "It's not actually a Lions Den, so don't get carried away with yourselves." He used to say to that media, because they were trying to hype it up as this, that, and the next thing. It's just 60,000 screaming stupid fans. There's nothing to worry about. You can soon shut them up.
I'm glad you said fans there. I thought you didn't fan on it, but people are joining us all the time, Albert. Can you read the team again for me, please?
I certainly could. It's Butland, Tavernier, Suter, Davis, Barisic, Lundstrom, Diamondi, Lawrence, Sterling, Silver and Dessers. Substitutes are McCory, Ridvan, Cantwell, Dowell, Scott Wright, Roof, King, Raskin and McCausland.
James, what's your initial thoughts of the team when you hear it and you see the bench here? Do you gaze a hope here that we've got to?
Yeah, as I said, we've got to hope for it. Any game we go into with this is too much. No, you can beat anyone. Look at all the giant killers like Wimbledon and all that and so forth. 11 versus 11 people, that's on the team. That's it. But see that Canadian fullback, he's a guy I would target. No, I mean, he's reckless, by the way. And make sure I would go against him. Because he could get, if we can get one of their guys sent off, that would be a tremendous boost. There's about time one of them gets sent off. So that Canadian, he's a bit reckless. So whoever's playing against him can do something for us.
It's funny you say that. I was looking at some odds there before we came on the day. For a red card, I think, was it Stuart the other day? It's actually 2-1 for a red card. For both teams to receive a red card, 22-1. So there might be some value there. Jay, what's the chances of Rangers getting a penalty today? It was only 14 years ago we had our last year.
The chances of that, not very high, is it? Not very high. Maybe a bit more. Even, well, to be honest, even with VAR, we struggle. They make stuff up to avoid giving it, even if it would have been the right decision. I think that it'd have to be short of manslaughter to get a penalty for us today, I think. But you never know. They might be thinking at themselves a bit careless. At the end of the day, with VAR, if there is something obvious, you'll get it, won't you? You should get it. So you never know. But that's also the other way. Don't give them a chance to pull it back.
Albert, but this one then. Tavernier, penalty, first goal scorer, Rangers to win 2-1, 80-1 your cash. How's that? A wee fiver on that.
Yeah, a wee fiver on that, mate. That sounds good to me. Yeah, but getting the penalty should be 250-1 just to get one. Because was it 14 years you said the last time we got a penalty at Parkhead? That's nearly getting back as far as their child abuse and carry on. I mean, it's unbelievable.
No, quite. We'll not go there yet, but Big Al's joined us for the call today. How you doing, Biggie?
Oh, good man. You need to change that photo on that thing, man. I just got a fright there. Jesus.
He keeps it means away from the fire.
Yeah, I keep the Germans through the trenches, that face. No, kidding on. It's good to hear your voice. It's good to hear an American or Anglo. It's Anglo tonight, isn't it? I'm in Perth, actually, so he's a call for Perth. I'm in a hotel in Perth. He's on tennis.
Just in the street, Dundee.
He's just doing the road to Dundee, aye. Look, the team is. I mean, we've not got much to choose for. I don't know what he's all kind of rambling. I didn't mean this derogatory, but I just wondering. We've not got much more to choose for. Like, you know what I mean? Who would you swap out? Lawrence or Cantwell? Has Cantwell done enough? Maybe the vision there is Lawrence doing a bit, and then if he doesn't succeed, Cantwell come on and do a bit. Maybe hopefully do what Lawrence done in the last game type of thing. I mean, they're I think they're a wee bit overconfident, you know what I mean? Because as well, know these games, I'm maybe contradict myself a wee bit here, but the other kind of games within the league, if you like, they're not given for any team. So we just need to go out there and do what we've got today, and a wee bit of luck. And the boy that said the other day, about the VAR decisions, we're not going to get any decisions. They'll not even go to the VAR if it's in our favour. So we just need to score a few goals and get it right up them, as far as I'm concerned. Like, there's not much more we can do. We're at that point. I mean, we're at that point in the league. Like, I think we're all a wee bit dejected. We could have been a good bit in front here, but it is what it is. So we just go on with it today, and hopefully we get a win.
James, Redvan was a big call. I'm a wee bit surprised to see him on the bench here, putting in Barisic to start. He could have had Sterling in there if it wasn't. But obviously, if he's made the call. He's made a big call there. What's your thoughts? Do we bring on Redvan?
Is Redvan fully fit? Like, sometimes you put a player in, he gets injured, he's out for the season, where Redvan could come in at later games, like they could come on for these 20 minutes. So maybe that's what he's thinking. Like, he's not fully fit. That's why he's got Barisic in, but it's just a manager's call. I think it's like everything else. We can just think who we want to play, but he's the manager and he's made that decision. So
it's when you look at the team there, what do you think the tactics is for the start, Albert, if the manager? Do we meet them in the middle? Do we go toe-to-toe with them? Does that play into their hand, or do we go a wee bit solid and rigid first half hour of the game?
First and foremost, be switched on. That's first and foremost, mate. You can talk tactics, you can talk everything you want, but if your team goes out there half asleep, which we done in the last game, all your tactics goes out the window. Everything goes out the window if you just go out there half asleep. So first and foremost, be switched on. Don't go into this, as I said last time, sleepwalking right into this game. You better go out there and you're fully awake. Once we're confident they're fully awake, you go for them. You go for them, mate. Don't give them any space. Close them down. Don't let them move. Don't let them play their style of football that they want to play. And let's see what happens. Hold it as tight as possible for as long as possible. Try and get the lead. If you get the lead, we'll decide what tactics later on after that. But once you get the lead, you've got to get the lead first. So I go toe-to-toe, mate. Absolutely toe-to-toe. Not an inch I would give them.
Big Al, important to make a good start in the game.
Aye, but I'm not confident that we can. I mean, there's players there that are burnt with this Celtic team. I'll say to you right now, Tavernier, Lundstrom, Barisic, they're just. If we win today, the gods are on our side. They players, it's hard to say what I'm wanting to say without swearing, but you know what I'm saying. That Hatate or whoever plays in the left for them's got to make in a Tavernier. He'll have to play the game of his life today. Lundstrom, we've said it in the past games, goes nowhere near McGregor, but he's brought up a pertinent point in regards to if you stand 30 yards off any player, I'd look good if somebody standing 30 yards off me. You know what I mean? And I can't play football. So we need to get in about them. The concentration has to be right, but I think that's a very difficult thing. The players they're not wanting to be there. A lot of them have switched staff, and we can see that. And that's been the problem for this since the Motherwell game, with this run in towards the end of the season. That for me, that's what the problem is. The players just didn't have it anymore. So I hope the gods are on our side and we get a result and we carry on and we lift the title, lift the league title. I'm not trying to be negative, but it's going to be going to take a mighty effort today, boys. A mighty effort today, and so I'm hoping that they can. But I feel a lot of the players they're already beat before they run out there. If that makes sense.
I think you're not alone with the thoughts there, Big Al. But JM, it's last chance on for a lot of them. A lot of them are obviously pastures new away. Obviously, some supporters will not be happy to see Barisic or Lundstrom in the team in the first place because of the news that broke yesterday that they're basically Turkey bound. But if they can leave
here,
has that
been confirmed, Alex?
Well, according to Southside, yeah. According to Southside last night, that the Trabzonspor chairman actually released that himself to his own support.
I'm just going to that tells you the calibre of the man. How daft are they? Could they not got a team in the English, even the English Championship? You know your money's going to be in the bank. You know what I mean, on a Friday. Yeah, that just tells you what they're all about, man. My God. Sorry.
Nah, no worries. JM, we need to start well with Depale.
Yeah, need to. Can't give him a slip. I've just listened to Lundstrom's interview and that and everything. I'm just a bit worried that they're talking about, like we're talking about it, weathering the storm. There's different ways to weather it, isn't it? I just hope we don't retreat and sit back and invite it on and try, and sort of force our way through it. You can weather the storm by being on the front foot, turning them, getting it, like we said before, maybe if it's going man-for-man, control the game. It's another way to weather the storm. Give them a storm to weather to start with for a change. Get them nervous. Just hope we don't invite it on and go that way to try and weather it, if you know what I mean. Just sitting back a little bit and thinking, right, if we can see it out, because everyone's seen it. It's hard just to turn it on in games. So if you start slow, you start negative, you don't start trying to play football, you can't just switch a switch after 25 minutes and say, right now we're going to attack. It don't work like that. So I just hope that we start well, but positively, not just hoping if we don't concede a goal in 20 minutes that we've done our job.
Mm-hmm. Aye, Albert, it's going to be blood and thunder right away. We've grew up with these games. It's the start is vital for the course of the rest of the game. A few silence that crowd, but they did at Ibrox. I think the place was in shock. They can turn on their own team. Albert?
Aye, absolutely, mate. I was thinking of something else. Absolutely, mate. It's if we proved anything in the last couple of games we've played them is how not to start a game, and we've done it with other teams as well. How not to start a game. We seem to be good at that. How not to start a game. Let's hope this changes. Let's hope we're fully awake for this, because it's ridiculous the way we start games. But I'm confident either they've learnt a lesson. You've got to be confident of learning a lesson. There's no other way to look at it. No, I mean you've got to think that they've been pummeling it into them all week. Don't fall asleep. But aye, there's big Southside just walked in.
Albert.
Is that a beer and a vodka, right, Albert?
You're not going to get much sense out of me now.
When you go out.
Oh, but that's optimism. Do you really think the players have got that? You know what I'm saying, mate? We've been here before. We've been on shows before. We've been sitting here before saying the exact same thing. That's your optimism that's coming out there, and it's commendable. But my God, how many times do we need? I mean, like weather the storm.
Aye, but wait a minute. Wait a minute. But if me and you are having a private conversation, me and you are having a different conversation. But we've got to remember who's listening. So I'm not going to get. I'm not getting any satisfaction, mate. Aye. I'm not disagreeing with you, put it that way.
Aye, well said. James, how do we win this today? How do we actually punish them?
By Dessers, when he gets a chance to shoot. Lawrence is a good shot. He could score today if he gets in the right position. He's a guy that actually they should have bought years ago, but he's maybe not fit. He can shoot. I saw him with Derby. He used to score lots of goals. We need players like that. Just take the chances. But I agree with Big Al that the players haven't shown it, but we've got to be positive and say, are they going to do it today, or are they going to have, at the end of this game, the same discussion, or Tavernier let us down, Barisic let us down, all the defenders are, you know what I mean? It could be the same story, but you've got to go and try and win the game.
Aye, good comments, James. JM, we've got to fill
you just had your teeth done?
Pardon?
Let's say that, you better respect for the caller.
No, I'm just asking, right?
What did you say?
He's been to Turkey, Al.
He's been to Turkey. Can you get them filed back a wee bit? Because you're a bit lispy.
You're always cheeky, Al, aren't you? We should ban you from the programme.
I'll meet you one day, brother.
Yeah, you said that before, but you never followed through. It's what the Rangers players are talking about. They never do what you say.
The Rangers you can be eating apples through the letterbox.
Yeah, but I can speak proper.
Right,
proper.
JM, how do we win this today? Set pieces? Do we break on them? How do we win it? How do you see it going?
I think we win it by breaking on, just a little bit sitting back, get a bit, if Sterling is going to be right Silver on the left, there's a little bit of pace there. We saw in the second half, all right, let's ignore Silver's antics in the first half, but we saw what happened when he ran at him. He got a clear bit of space, he ran at him. Sterling on the back of Taylor, I mean, I can't pretend to watch him, but you read in here that they're not fancying Taylor at left back. Sterling's a big lump, powerful, quick. All right, he's not a natural winger, maybe with the ball at his feet, but who's going to want to play against big Sterling? And then that hopefully stretches him and leaves some room for Dessers round the back. I think it's important, like we said, Dessers needs to hold it to bring our players in the play. We can't be having the ball just coming back, because with this defence and maybe the frailties, if it keeps coming back, we're likely to concede. So I think on the breaks away, a little bit of luck, and hopefully Tav can continue his good form. They're not going to want to give a free kick away 30 yards out today with Tav's record there in the last few games. They'll be worried about that. We forget about that.
Yeah, that's a good shout. He scored a belter the last time we were there. Scored a couple of times, actually.
It's three goals in his last two games there. 3 goals in his last 2 games. It's not bad. It's not bad for a right back, anyway.
Yeah, Tavernier first goal, Rangers to win 2-1, 80 to 1. Get that one out there.
Did we win any games?
No.
Say now?
I'm just asking, any games he scored the goals in, did we win any of them?
No, we didn't. You know that. We've
got it back to front. Medea, that wee Baldy Japs is good at closing Tav down. Good defensive will be Tav. And Tav outscores him. Tav's got 13 goals. He's got 2. I mean, you're sitting there, it goes back to front. I'd rather Tav be a good defender, to be honest with you. But I was right. We don't win the games. It doesn't matter. These stats that we come out with don't matter. We don't win the games. The only stat that matters is winning the game. And we need to win the game today, and that's all it's to that. So, am I confident? I am semi-confident, mate. I'm not going to write it off and say, no, I'm not confident, because at the end of the day, it can happen. Anything can happen. And we'll see. Well, you'll know within the first 15 minutes if we're switched on anyway, as usual. 5 seconds, mate. It was 20 seconds the last time, wasn't it?
Alec, can you ask me that? How we win the game? Can you ask me that question?
When you go there now, you tell us how we win the game.
Goals in them. Simple.
What is that?
Score more goals than them. Simple.
Why? Simples.
Simple. I'm a simple man, trust me. That's it on the team talk. Score the goal, you score another goal. You keep going.
Brazilian style.
Brazilian style, aye. Because it's simple, Albert. Get right in about them and score more goals than them, and you'll come after part winners. That's all you need to tell them. They get paid enough. Surely they can.
Nothing more complicated than that.
No, but like, you know one thing, none of the players are deaf because they're all arguing with supporters, so they hear what the supporters are saying to them. So they've no excuse no hearing the manager. You know what I mean? Outside the park.
James, who's your big players today, and who do we need to? Who can we hang our hat on that we're going to come up with a big performance today?
I would say Diamante. He's a very good player. He's an excellent player, Diamante. I was just thinking about Big Al, like a saying he should add to the national anthem. Tie me kangaroo Al down.
That was absolutely rotten, especially with your teeth on it.
You're always bullying people. Yeah. You're a bully. And
Billy, trust me, I'm not a bully. Don't say that about me, pal. I'm a nice guy.
Well, you're always saying bad things about me.
I'm not just oversensitive.
Shade and jest.
Listen,
Kyogo's an important player, obviously, for them. We need to look after him. 7 goals in 8, I believe, he's had against us. We need to keep him quiet, JM. What's our plans for that, Ian? Suter and Davies just to get right in about him.
I think keeping him quiet sounds silly, but keeping the rest of the team quiet because he doesn't have a lot of touch. The bloke's a finisher, isn't he? Scores. I mean, it was a good goal he scored against us last time. He puts chances away, but if we're controlling the game, the bloke's non-existent. You've got to keep sharp. He's a goal scorer, but he's not gonna. He needs other players to bring him into the game. I think he's not gonna run around and start playing and bringing people in. He's a poacher. So if we control the midfield and keep him quiet, he'll be getting hooked. But the problem is, you give that bloke half a sniff, you can see it. He seems to put him away against us, doesn't he? But I'm not, in open play in regards to starting the match, I'm not concerned. It's just the fact that if you do give him half a chance, he's likely to take it.
Yeah, but Big Al, your final thoughts for the before the game, before we kick a ball. But how do you see it going?
Oh, what a question! I'm just hoping we get a win. We've been here before, haven't we? Watched this movie before, so I want to see a different ending. Really, I want to see something different, and it has to be a win. It really has to be a win. That's about it.
Nothing
Thanks for
else.
taking my call.
Brilliant to hear.
James. Then you get
Cheers, big man.
for these things before you fall asleep tonight, James.
I'm fit as anything. I've run 10 marathons now, by the way, and I still play the football. 10.
Anyway, good to hear you, Big Al. Enjoy the game, pal.
You're doing marathons or eating marathons?
No, I've done 10 marathons, ran them.
James, your final thoughts before we kick off and leave the show.
Final thoughts is, I would say score prediction is 2-1 for Rangers, and I'll say Dessers with 2.
Oh, that would do me. That would do me. JM, what's your final thoughts, pal?
Just go out there and make us proud, make a game of it, and hopefully we get a win. Any win will do. And anyway, to be honest, I don't care who scores, who does whatever, as long as we go with a win.
Brilliant. And Albert, before you crack open the beers and vodka there, our south side, what's your thoughts? How do you see the game?
You're a bit premature, but that's too late, mate. If you're too late, but I'm not premature. That's already been cracked open. We're on our way. Go there and be competitive, mate. That's what I mean. Go there and be competitive. And Big Al says, score more goals than them. Simple. Go and score more goals than them. End of. Onward and upward. Come on, the Rangers.
Brilliant. Anyway, thanks everybody for joining us there. JM, I believe you've been dropped in the deep end in the post-match show. And good luck to you for that.
I believe I'm on standby. We'll see.
But thanks for joining us, pal. Great to hear from you again. Good thoughts. Big Al, always good to hear from you, Biggie, and James for Tennessee. Brilliant. Thank you, Albert, obviously, for seeing me through the shift there. The techie team in the background. We'll be about quarter an hour after the final whistle to hear your thoughts. So come on, the Rangers, this is it. You just leave everything out in the park. Thanks everybody for joining us. We'll see you then.
As we go marching down the Paisley Road West, the doors and the windows open wide, you will hear the people cheer. The Glasgow Rangers boys are here. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. Blue is the colour, football is the game. We're all together, Glasgow Rangers is our name. For we are the best team in all Scotland, and Glasgow Rangers is our name. So bring on the Celtic, your Hibs and Aberdeen, your Dundee United, we're the best you've ever seen. We play hand on heart, God save the Queen. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. As we go marching down the Paisley Road West, the doors and the windows open wide, you will hear the people cheer. The Glasgow Rangers boys are here. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. Blue is the colour, football is the game. We're all together, Glasgow Rangers is our name. For we are the best team in all Scotland, and Glasgow Rangers is our name. So bring on the Celtic, your Hibs and Aberdeen, your Dundee United, we're the best you've ever seen. We play hand on heart, God save the Queen. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. It's Glasgow Rangers for me.